Hello, welcome to Wimbledon. So I'm at home taking pictures of birds, which you've probably seen, and whatever else, and also doing some other bits and pieces. And I've made some pickled eggs, which are over here. And it got me to thinking of something that I remember doing as a child, as just a bit of an experiment. And all I've done is I've taken an egg, that's a raw egg, and I don't know if you can see that. Will it focus? It won't focus with it in glass. And I've put it in just white vinegar. And what will happen is the acetic acid in the vinegar will eat through the shell, the calcium shell, and in a few days we'll have a sponge egg. It's cool. So yeah, I'm just going to put that to one side for a few days, and then I'll do another little video just to show you what it looks like. Just a little update on the pickled egg. It's moving on its own, and I would assume, I'm not 100% sure why, but I would assume that is because as the bubbles are forming, as the acid is eating into the shell, into the calcium, that the bubbles are making the egg lighter on one side. And you can see it's moving quite. I'm not doing anything. I'm over here. So yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. And it's actually floating now. When we started, it was actually at the bottom of the jar down here, but obviously it's floating now because of the bubbles. So there you go. That's pretty ace. I like that. Experimentation is always fun. Even if you get it wrong, you've got something right. Just a quick update on the egg. This is 18 hours into the experiment now, and you can see it's bubbling a lot, and on the surface, it's difficult this because of the way I'm filming, but on the surface you can see this. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, this goo. I'm going to leave it in there because it's all part of the experiment. But let's have a feel. Now, what I'm expecting, well, what I know is going to happen, is that the calcium carbonate, which is what the shell is made up of, essentially chalk, I suppose, is reacting with the acetic acid in the vinegar to form carbon dioxide, which is what the bubbles are. So essentially what's happening is that the acid is eating through the hard shell of the egg, and what will be left is the membrane that you get inside an egg. The egg will still be fresh inside. We're not pickling the inside of the egg, we're just getting rid of the shell on the outside. So yeah, I mean, and you can see where I've been touching it, you can actually see it's actually breaking it down. It's beginning to feel, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see that it's beginning to, yeah. There you go. So we're going to have a rubberized egg at the end of it, aren't we? I should think by this time tomorrow it will be completely done. But we'll find out, won't we? So that's the final product then. An egg in the vinegar. You can see it looks like the shell's still on there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over to the tap just over here and just give it a rinse off, see what it's like. Bear with me. So let me move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to empty. I'll tell you what I'll do first is just taste the liquid because it's only vinegar. Oh, that tastes absolutely awful. You can see the scum inside there that we were talking about earlier. So let's empty this out. Now, the egg actually feels like it's swollen a bit. I don't know if you can see the sort of the mess that it's left in the bottom of the sink there, but the egg has swollen a bit, and you can see it's soft now, so I'm just going to give it a rinse under some cold water. And there you see. There you go. So that's what it looks like now. It actually still looks like an egg, doesn't it? But you can see that it's squishy, like a rubber ball. So the next thing I'm going to do, look at that. Weird. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in a pan of water. You can see that crack there. I'm just worried that it might spill out of there, but there's only one way we're going to find out. So I've already got some water boiling over behind me. So I'll spin the camera around and we'll watch it boil together, shall we? And then we'll cut it open and see whether it's edible or not. I've already boiled this water up a minute ago, so it's only going to take a few seconds to bring back to the boil. So what I'm going to do is just pop the egg in there. Well, it looks like I might need some more water. Bear with me. There we go. A bit more water. So it's going to take a little while to boil up. And then hopefully it doesn't explode. But I'm just going to leave it to record because you never know what might happen. Yeah, the water's quite warm, so it shouldn't take too long. So it does look like an egg, but like I say, it is It is rubbery. You saw that just a minute ago, how rubbery it was. Now, I did this as a child, but I never cooked it at the end. We just did it, and then it was a rubberized egg. But I thought it might be a pretty cool experiment to see whether you can turn it into a soft, hard-boiled egg. A little bit of salt in the water would probably help, wouldn't it? Just to raise the boiling temperature, speed the cooking process. Now the water's just beginning to heat up. You can see the eggs moving around a little bit as the bubbles begin to form underneath it. So I've zoomed in a little bit. Just in case it explodes, it's going to be fun, isn't it? Well, isn't this interesting? This is what YouTube's all about, really, isn't it? It's watching a guy cook an egg that he's removed the shell from by using vinegar. I'm not sure whether it shows up too well on the camera, but there is a bit of steam coming up now, or a bit of water vapour just coming up around here. Oh, around there. So obviously the water's getting quite hot now. My biggest concern is that the membrane, because that's what this is, essentially, that's all that's left, will just not expand enough as the egg inside is cooking. So we might just end up with an explosion, or, let's put it properly, an eggsplosion. But there's only one way to find out, isn't there? There's definitely some heat in there now. I'm wondering whether that weak spot that we saw earlier might just burst through. Hopefully not, but it might do. Okay, I'd say that water is just about boiling now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count 3 minutes, and we'll know then that whatever is inside is at least hot enough not to kill me with poison, salmonella or whatever, staphylococcus or whatever they are. And you can see it's it's bouncing now. Isn't this exciting? There is a sense of anticipation, I suppose, that it might explode. It's holding on at the moment. Oh, now she's bouncing. Hopefully the water will actually dilute the vinegar around the edge, or the taste of vinegar around the edge. Yeah, really boiling now. Seems to be holding up so far. I think we might be in luck here. So if I give it 3 good minutes, this will be a soft, hard-boiled egg. Excellent. I'm hoping it'll taste agreeable as well. I am doing my best not to come up with these terrible egg jokes, but I am the Eggman and you are the walrus dancing around in there. It's definitely boiling. Hope it doesn't explode. This is exciting, isn't it? Just think there's a million other things you could be doing, but here we are. And I should imagine, if you're anything like me, you want it to explode. You want that excitement. But it doesn't look like it's going to. Right then, I think we're just about there. So what I'm going to do, turn the heat off, give it another half a minute, and then take it over to the sink, cool it off, and then cut it open and see what we've got. Isn't this fun? Right. Now, apologies, it looks like the sink's dirty, but someone, who shan't be named, but it was me, decided that they'd try to scrub the bottom of the sink with a stainless steel pad, and since it's enamelled, it looks like it's damaged it. So, there you go, these things happen. Right, I'm just going to see what we've got here. Just rinsing that off. Just so I can handle it, really. Oh, it's still very soft. I might have made a terrible mistake here. Might not have cooked it long enough. Let's see. And I've got a plate just here. I'll have to move the camera so you can see it. Let me dry my hands. Let's find out, shall we? Dun, dun, dun. The moment of truth. Isn't this exciting? Watch this. You can see it's still soft, look. Dun, dun, dun. Quite warm, but let's find out. Oh, there, look at that. Oh, that's pretty cool. So that's the membrane. Look at that. That is pretty cool. Look at that there. And the egg is an egg. It's almost like it's poached it, to be fair. I've not got a fork. Give me a second. I need to grab a fork. So yeah, I probably could have done with cooking it a bit longer by the looks of it. But it is definitely an egg. Oh, yeah, let's have a look. It's hard. The yolk is very hard. The yolk is, yeah, it's not soft boiled, but it is definitely an egg. I'm going to have a little taste of it. If you don't like the sound of chewing, turn the volume down, because I am going to chew. Well, it's an egg. You don't chew eggs, do you, I suppose? Let me find out. Oh, it's an egg, but you can definitely taste where the calcium and the acid of, I mean, it tastes like an egg, slightly vinegary, but you can definitely taste that sort of minerally flavour of where the acid and the calcium have reacted with each other. Yeah. Well, as an experiment, it's been quite fun. But I don't think I'll be cooking my eggs this way again. But if you want to see more stuff like this, why not like and subscribe? And if you press the little bell notification, I'm sure when I do another video, you'll be the first to find out about it. Thank you for watching, and keep on wombling.